this year.
Yep.
What has been the key ingredient?
Well, I think this is a mentally tough team. I think this is a resilient team. Really, when we talked about coming off of the bye when we were 1-4, finding ways to finish games. Now, it hasn't gone exactly the way we want, but we've been able to finish it in the positive column, 9 out of 11 opportunities that we've had. Certainly, we're still looking for that opportunity to play a little bit more consistently, but I am so proud of our defense. I'm proud of the offense making the drive when they had to. There's going to be some opportunities. Would have loved to have been able to close the game out there, and I thought there were chances to be able to do that where we didn't even have to put our defense back out on the grass when we ended up getting the ball back after the 4th down stop. And so those are going to be things that we can learn from. But I will say, doing this, being fortunate enough to be in this position for 8 years, I'm not taking wins for granted, but we will look at it with a critical eye and say, all right, what does it really look like to play complete football if you're going to get an opportunity to go win next week and give yourself a chance to be competitive if you do get in the dance.
The 2 minutes and 1 second on the clock.
Yeah.
The entertainment for the team was on the field for the 2-minute warning. What was the explanation you got from the officials?
I'll keep that between us, but I was hopeful that would end up getting down to the 2-minute based on just when they said, I think as well as I do.
You guys have a chance to clinch before you play again. If that's the case, do you expect to play your starters?
I've got to look at a lot of different things. So we'll see. I don't want to put the cart before the horse. So our focus and concentration will be on, all right, how do we get an opportunity to play a complete game against an excellent Seattle Seahawks football team? And until we have to, decide otherwise, that's where my sole focus and concentration will be.
Will you be watching scoreboards tomorrow?
No, I'm just gonna put my head in the sand. What the hell kind of yes? No, I'll be watching tomorrow, Gary, and see if there's a chance that we could win the division. I'm gonna pay attention to that.
And what would that mean to be able to clinch it without having to play that?
Well, we had to handle our business tonight for that to even be a possibility, so it would mean a lot. But again, I don't think what I don't want to do is get ahead because you get emotionally invested in other people's games, and that never has really served me very well. So we'll watch it. I'll tell myself to not get invested, and then you will. But the reality is this, we've got to be able to, if you want to be able to do what we want to be able to do, you got to handle your own business. And our guys did that tonight. There's a lot of things that we can look at to be better collectively, and it'll always start with myself. And I'm excited about getting back to the drawing board, figuring out how do we put our team collectively in some better spots, and then particularly on the offensive side of the ball, we got away with, a great effort from our defense tonight to be able to come away with the win.
Sean, every time we do ask you about those slow starts this season, the answer has been execution. But I'm wondering if there's anything a little bit more specific you can tell us about.
Yeah, I don't know that serves us well. I know that I don't mean to be disrespectful in any stretch, but there's a lot of different things. There were some opportunities. There's certainly, I'll look at, all right, got to have some better, designs on some different things like that. But it does come down to let's execute. Let's do what we're supposed to do. Snap in and snap out. Let's not have penalties that set us back. There was far too many of those where you're starting yourself from a deficit, and that really got us out of rhythm, I thought, on a handful of drives. But we all got to be better, and it'll always start with me, Jordan.
How do you describe the attitude and demeanor of your defense as a whole?
Yeah, I think tough. I mentioned just the guys' ability to be able to say tough and resilient is the things that come to mind. Guys that, give themselves an opportunity to make them play that next snap, see what ends up happening. And tonight I thought that was on display in a big way.
Last two guys. You had Kobe Turner eat up a ton of double teams to free Braden Fisk. You had Matthew Stafford scramble to pick up a huge first down. Cooper Kupp was the lead blocker that got Puka Nacua into the 5.
Yeah, I wish that would have scored. They went for 21, but I know what you're saying.
When you have your leaders doing the small things, the nuanced things, the things that are grossly overlooked, what type of message does that?
It's a selfless team. I look at it as when your leaders are the examples of what it looks like, and doing whatever is necessary. That's all right. What's the intent? What do I need to do? Sometimes Jordan would kick it out to Steve Kerr, John Paxson for game winners. So I think our guys, you guys like that, right? All right, get a little smiles in here. But I will say I'm just proud of this group, and it was illustrated in a lot of different ways. We made enough plays. Certainly, I know we can play better, and we need to be able to play cleaner brand of football offensively, where you're not punting, you're not putting yourself behind the sticks, you're executing when there's opportunities there, and then there's some things, where you say, all right, we got to put our guys in some better spots, like I mentioned. And so, but I am proud of this team, and this team has stayed connected. They stay together. They found a way to win their 5th straight, and we'll go back to the drawing board and figure out what we need to do to get ready for Seattle next week.
Sean, Akella Witherspoon has been so, just as a personality, so quiet this entire year.
Yeah.
What did it mean for him to come up with that crucial play?
It was huge. He made a couple big-time stops. I thought he played one of his most complete games last week against the Jets. He's really played really good quality football over the last month of the season, and especially when you go from the Niners to the Jets, and now here we are. And so really proud of him. What a great catch that was off the tip, and God, it felt like forever for them to rule that. And then where are we going to spot it? But we're damn glad that he caught it. I'm damn glad he's here with us. Okay? Thanks, guys.